Приветствую вас, друзья, и добро пожаловать обратно в Вампира. В прошлой серии мы отправились в морг, чтобы искать ингредиенты для лекарства. По пути мы встретили несколько скалей и очередного босса под именем Джон Доу. Вылечили больного, сделали несколько расследований и решили, что нам нужно подкачаться, дабы отправиться в следующие районы. А сейчас нам надо поговорить с доктором Сонси. Не будем заставлять его ждать и сразу отправимся к нему. Так, а вот его кабинет.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Не сказала бы, чтобы это дар, но в принципе, ладно, успокоил.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Не стоит извинений, доктор.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Ну что ж, пойдем поможем. Леди Эшбери. Интересно, это кто? Я с ней говорил? Типа. Шон Томас. Милтон. Неизвестно. Гвинет. А, вон там она. О, привет.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Ну, давай вот так.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
А если я порасспрашиваю ее, это не исчезнет?
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Как мило.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Договорились.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Ну, в принципе, логичное предположение.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Вполне разумно. Понял.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Хорошо. Продолжай.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Идет. И кто у нас Харет? А, вот она. Так.
Simpletons, these nurses, bred with no respect.
Привет. А теперь давайте побеседуем.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
Ha! How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Благодарю за наводку.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Ну, медсестру несложно найти.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Понятно.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me...
Давай с Пипой поговорим. Тельма. Привет.
Good evening, Nurse Hawk.
Good evening.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
What can you tell me about the strange man?
Let me...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Понятно, нифига она не знает.
On every street corner.
Где наши Дороти?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
То есть Дороти нам уже говорить не надо. Так, нам сюда. Ну, вроде тут ничего
He's
интересного.
locked the door behind him.
Ладно,
I need to find another way to follow him.
поторопился. Так, что-то тут явно произошло.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Бродячий скаль. Умри. Так, нам сюда, но как пробраться? Придется найти другой путь.
This is despicable.
Похоже, нам сюда. Помойное чудовище?
What sort of creature is this?
Смотри. А тут про него говорили, помойный пес. Смотри, дезориентирует. Пошел прочь. Так. Надо быстрее с ним разобраться. Так, потеря крови. Смотри, сильный, зараза. Фух. Это было сильно.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check.
Купон сестры Крейн. Если вы больны, если у вас нет денег, неважно кто вы, неважно откуда, обращайтесь за помощью к Доротее. Никакого обмана, никакой платы, никаких вопросов. Просто найдите дом Дариуса Петреску и покажите этот купон. Дальше на непонятном языке. Для меня лично.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Да, что-то она мутит. Разберемся. Ну хорошо, давай спасем. Пацаны. Ты спасен.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Нет, убивать я его не буду. Так, куда теперь? Пока. Мы неплохо так опыт накопили. Так, нам не сюда. Возвращаемся в УАЙТЧЕПЕЛ. Прощайся с жизнью. Твоя очередь. Иди сюда. Ой, ну хоть их тут нету. То есть нам по-любому сюда, да? Так, или я что-то делаю не так. Так, надо найти другой путь. Никакой двери. И что прикажете делать? Ну или так можно. Так, новое убежище. Так, можем улучшить. Чуть-чуть не хватает. Да погоди. Ай. Ладно. Поспим потом. Ладно, нам все-таки сюда. Эти самые жирные. Так, не, туда. Что же замышляет у нас сестра Крей? Но все-таки вот эти огромные, они самые бесящие на данный момент для меня противники. Так, мне сюда или туда? Так, вроде я на правильном пути.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Ну давай найдем. Думаю, он где-то тут. Вау. Эй.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of a street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reid, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Спасибо.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Вот оно как.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Нехорошо это.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Стресс от мигрени.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
О, привет. Я, кажется, тебя знаю.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Нехорошо так со взрослыми разговаривать. Парниша.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Yes, you did. And it was cowardly and inexcusable.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Ну и подыхай.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh,
У меня есть один.
really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Вот оно как.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're...
Давай посмотрим. Понятно.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Пошли Петреску искать. Ничего, только в мусорных баках не найдешь. Столько всего туда выбрасывают, полезного даже. Петреско.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Что делать?
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. Nobody at home.
Что делать?
No one's there.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Но я бы не сказал, что он плохие дела делает.
They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Ух, по Уайтчепелу еще бегать.
Oh, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Кто из вас Клейтон?
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist? I deny.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Rid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Ладно, ищем дальше.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Rid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. I have heard enough for tonight.
Пока. Чувак, он сзади.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Нет, спасибо. А я думал, это новое убежище. Ну, ошибся. Ну, с кем не бывает, ты как будто не ошибался. Закрыто. Еще один купон.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
А нанимаешь, что ли?
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well.
С ней нечего ловить. Так, надо быстрее найти этого журналиста.
It's locked.
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this. Go on. To the shadows. Right, Verdi. Stay back, please.
Смотри.
I shall fear no evil.
Ты смотри, какой сильный.
I order you to step back.
Смотри, дезориентирует зараза.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix.
Да.
This is not good news.
Новости это печальные. Как мне этих журналистов найти?
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be more.
Так, он где-то здесь, да? Не Клейтон Дарби.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Rid.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Ладно. Так, давай пораспрашиваем.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Вот как.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Спасибо. Так, погоди. Я его нашел. Ты не во всем его спросил?
I still have questions about that Darius fellow.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Спасибо.
Goodbye, Mr.
Почему я нашел Клейтона, почему мне ищут? Почему не убралась? Я туда не могу запрыгнуть?
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins, even now.
Почтовый ящик найти? Это не так просто будет. А, этот что ли? Нет. А, вот. Письмо Дариуса Петреску. Я потом прочитаю.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ну все, теперь можно и к нему. Опять через этих придурков проходить. Не хочу я с ними драться.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please,
Обалдеть, я не туда иду.
Own each other. We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not
А
to
вот.
give you another beating, Barrett.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
А, так это мы тебя встретили.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Да нет, вроде ты другой.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Какой-то у него голос печальный.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Oh, понятно.
I will see you later. Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Так, теперь что делать?
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Я тут похозяйничаю, ты не против?
It's locked.
Ага. Ключ наверняка я получу, если убью его. Но я не буду. Спасибо, Гарри, за информацию. Ты мне очень помог. Так, и как мне обойти? Так, что ли? не туда пошел. Не смею вас беспокоить, господа. Так, как мне перебраться туда?
It's locked, all right.
Да, к сожалению, не открыть. Так, я запутался, куда мне.
Would you like me to revive you?
You are blinded by your false faith.
Надеюсь, я правильно иду.
Mine! I'll take it! Take his hand! Want some of that? I hate leeches! Back in the grave! Filthy fucking beast!
Обалдеть, блин. Новое оружие. Ты можешь поверить, я заблудился.
Protection against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your false faith. Imprisoned by your daily...
Hello again, miss. Very well.
Так, не ты мне нужна. Так, мне вообще не сюда. Мне надо некого Ричарда найти. И как я его найду? Понятно, мне аж церковь с той стороны обойти, да?
You are blinded by your false faith.
Твою-то, а я бегал. Так, где этот поэт? Приветствую.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Давай по делу.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Спасибо.
I'll leave you alone. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Теперь можно отсюда открыть. Блин, прям Dark Souls какой-то. Некоторые двери можно открыть только с другой стороны. Дариус, открывай.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Что ж, я думаю, на этом мы сегодня закончим. В принципе, и так далеко продвинулись. К сестре Крейн мы уже заглянем в следующей серии. А на сегодня у нас все. Ставьте лайки и подписывайтесь на канал. Также не забываем заглядывать в паблик во ВКонтакте. А с вами мы увидимся в ближайшее время. Пока.